You're watching the Adrian Bauer Project. Hello. Many thanks for choosing to click my thumbnail and to watch my content. Very much appreciated as always. And yes, happy Halloween. Today is October the 31st, so if you celebrate Halloween, happy Halloween to you. I know over here in the UK, it's a sort of a bit of an excuse for a party at the weekend, and that's it. In America, it's massive. That's the one thing I'd really like to do. A friend of mine went to America during this time of year, and he says it's unreal. He says forget what you see in movies and on television. You've got to experience it. It's a totally different world. So that's one for the bucket list. Anyway, so getting back to the issue at hand. This is blog number 2 for our Italeri Locomotive BR50 Motorhead Orgasmotron build. Now, if you didn't see the first vlog, you might have just stumbled onto this video already. So what I'm going to try to do, without getting glare on the camera, is Motorhead's Orgasmotron album has a locomotive on the front. It has the Motorhead Warpig on the front of the locomotive, and this is what I'm going to be trying to replicate myself using this kit. I'm using this kit because it's the closest I could find that sort of matched Joe Patagno's illustration. So without more further ado, let's show you how far we've got, and that's it. I've took the railway line off the sprue. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Now, come back, just kidding. Yes, I've actually started the build, and I'm really about 3/4 into the model build side of it, because there's going to be a lot of scratch building to go with this. So first off, let's have a look at the locomotive. Here we've got the little loco. It's a nice little kit. When I was first starting to build it, I was a bit meh, because I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I think that this is one of Iteleri's older kits that's just been reboxed. I can't find a date on the box, and I can't be bothered to look online. I'm not all that bothered myself, to tell you the truth. But I seem to think it may be one of their older kits. The reason being that you start the build and you think, oh, this is a nice little kit, and then you come up against something that has you pulling your hair out, because you've got all these nice lovely instructions and the drawings. You go, just put it there, and you go to put it there, and there's a big massive gap, and you're not sure which part of the gap it's supposed to go in and how far it goes in, and oh, it can really have you pulling your hair out. Unlike Airfix and Tamir and people like that, who've got, you've got the pins and locating tabs, so you make sure that it is in the right position. There's a lot of hit and miss with Italeri kits now. I don't know if the newer kits are the same. I've heard a lot of good things about their newer kits, so this is why I'm thinking this is probably an older kit. But there are little fit issues that, you look at the instructions, you go, yeah, well, you say there, but where? Looking at the model and it seems to be a bit different. Or for an example, you've got like these little pins there that hold up the boiler. Now on the instructions it looks like they fit in flush, but I'm not sure if you can pick it up on there. But there's a big massive gap there, and it's like, how far up do they go? And but is it just me? Am I making too much of a deal about it? I don't know, but this is what I find with Italeri kits. Italeri, I can't even say the name properly. Some of their placing, it's very hit and miss. And another thing I have found with this kit is some of the sprue gates are in absolutely ridiculous positions. You've got a really small part and you've got two pins that's part of the model, and the screw gate is in between them there. So you've just got to try and get in, and then you've got to clean it up. And I don't know what they were thinking there, but there we go. So getting back to the model, yeah, it's nice enough model. If you're thinking what size is it, you think to Hornby railway size. For the project I'm doing, I would have probably liked a bit of a bigger kit, give myself a bit more of a better chance, but I'm going to have to work with what I've got. Now, you're going to say you've left the boiler cover off, the boiler door at the front. That is on purpose because that's where I'll be fitting in the wall pig, so it's not having to sit on something flat. I'm going to make sort of like a little plug on the back which will fit into there, which will keep it snugly in position. Other fit issues on this, these little rods here, the positioning of those was a little hit and miss. It took me quite a while to how I got them. I thought they were level, and then I put them on my cutting board and noticed on the lines it wasn't, and that was a bit of a headache because it's just like a little pin that holds them in. There are a lot, and I mean a lot of fiddly parts on here as well. So if your eyesight's bad like mine, you probably are going to have to use magnifying glass and or some magnifying glasses, something like that, to help you. But there we go. I've not put the wheels on yet because I'm going to paint the wheels separately, and all under there needs painting separately as well. So that's that part. And then we go on to the coal tender at the back. Now this looks like it should have been pretty easy to build, but this was another one that was having me pulling my hair out because you're following the instructions and it makes it a little bit more difficult to build than it should be. What I suggest is I just cut all the pieces out because this build is in two sections. Cut all the pieces out and then build it the best way you can, because again, like especially on this part here, now you do have like a little groove there, like a bar or something that stops you, what's supposed to stop you pushing your part in too far, but it doesn't work. So you always end up going over it, or it's just that little bit too far. So that had me pulling my hair out. I was using a bit of common sense and thinking, well, this step ladder here wouldn't be hidden in the recess there, so they're going to be have to. Hopefully, I've done it right. But yeah, it were a bit of a pig to do, because you get one part on, then you've got to put the other part on. It's all wobbling about, and there's no real pins on it. Everything is sort of like glue along the edge of one part and put it on the edge of another part. There's no locating pins, so it's a little grievance I have about this kit, but bear with it. Take your time, and that's what you're going to do, and that's what you should come up with. So that's as far as I've got so far. Yeah, it's like I say, it's not too bad of a kit, but it's not the greatest kit. Don't expect a lot from it. I think you look at this kit and you think, I know what I'm going to get with this. Just take it from there. Don't expect to have your mind blown or anything, thinking this is awesome. I did say on my plain talking review of this, I weren't sure if there was anywhere you could put a motor in it. There's plenty of room under there that if you want to go that route, you could stick a motor in it and turn it into a working locomotive, but that would mean having to buy the motor. You'd need the proper wheels as well and everything, and I think you'd just be better off going and buying one from Hornby or what other brands there are out there for model railways, I don't know. So there we go, that's as far as we've got. So I've got the wheels to paint. What I'll be doing, I'll be painting all the wheels, getting them painted up. I will drive them onto the bottom of the locomotive, so I know how much clearance I'm going to need for the snow plough bit, cow catch you call it, what you will, which I've got to scratch build. I'm going to be looking in my spare parts box, see if there's anything that resembles that, make life a little bit more easier for myself. So I don't think it's going to look exactly like that, but it's going to be a representation of it, and that's good enough for me. So if you're a better model out there, I'm sure you can do a better job of it yourself. But here we go. So that's all I've got for vlog number 2. So follow me on Facebook, because I do keep putting little updates every now and again on there, to show you how far I've got. I haven't done one for this just yet, but like I say, when I paint the wheels, I'll put a photo of the wheels on to show you what they look like and what they might look like in situ. And there we go. So thanks for watching, happy Halloween, and see you on the next one. Many thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and to ring the little notification bell.